guys, and a very warm welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl mphobandainfo here. So guys, in today's video I'm going to tell you how you can apply to be a tutor on Preply and start earning money today. So I got a question and I was asked if there are other companies that I've worked for besides Tutor ABC. You know that I've been talking about Tutor ABC. So I have worked for Preply and I'm currently still working for Preply. Got accepted by italki as well, but I didn't get any students there, but you can apply. And also I applied for Cambly but didn't get accepted, and then I applied for Magic Ears as well, got accepted, but I didn't go through with the interview because the time was really clashing on my side. I didn't have time, so I just ended up leaving it there. So you can see there's a lot of companies, there's a lot of opportunities. Just go out there and search for the companies that I've listed, and there's more other companies, and just do your research, guys. Just Google, go to YouTube and just do your research before you apply for a particular company. That's what I did as well. And let's talk about Preply. I have been on Preply for about a year as well. So at the same time when I started with Tutor ABC, that's when I also started with Preply. Now my problem with Preply was that it was really difficult for me to get students. So I came up with a new strategy. I'm talking about that today. I have about 10 trial lessons today, and that's because I've applied some new tricks, because it's been a year with only like 2 students, and that was too much. It was too much. I think I made like 3,000 rands from Preply, but like the entire year. That's really bad, because some days my students were not there, just 2 students for the year. So I've applied, some changes to my profile, and I've also, decreased my price, which is not a good thing, but we'll get into that in another video. That's not the point of this video, but the point is I am having new students on Preply. I'm enjoying it. I love the availability. It's fun. It's not like other companies. Nobody is, controlling you in a way, It's all cool and nice here by Preply. So let's get into the steps of what you need to do in order to become a tutor on Preply. So the first thing that you're going to do is that you're going to search for Preply on Google, or you can just search becoming a tutor on Preply or how to become a tutor on Preply, something along those lines, and it's just gonna pop up. The first one, it has a blue and red logo, I think, and then you apply. You click on that one, you create an account first. Applying on Preply takes about an hour or 2. It's not a hassle, you guys. And when you apply on Preply, please think about this as a proper job. Give it your all, because Preply is saturated. It has so many tutors, so it's really difficult to get students on Preply. So you need to give your best, and you need to make sure that you stand out. So now you've signed up, you've created an account. Step number 2, you need to submit a profile photo. Now make sure that this photo is clear. You only show your head and your shoulders. Please don't show your body, guys. I'm just kidding, but I know you guys wouldn't do that. But just show your head and your shoulders, and make sure that it's a professional photo. The first photo that I uploaded, guys, it got rejected because I was not smiling, and also I couldn't get students. I mean, you need to smile. People need to see that you're welcoming, you're fun, and all those kind of things. And then the next thing you do after submitting your photo, now you then go to your headline and description. Now you need to put a headline. That headline is the first thing that your students are going to see. Something like English tutor with 5 years experience, something like that. That could be your headline. And honestly, you don't need a degree to teach on Preply. You also don't need a TEFL certificate to teach on Preply, and you need no experience. So it's definitely going to be an advantage for you if you have these qualifications, because Preply is already saturated. However, these are not a requirement to be a tutor on Preply. After your headline, you're then going to go to your description. Now you tell us more about yourself. Who are you? What do you do? What can you do? How are you going to assist your students? You can also throw in your teaching styles there. How do you teach? What can your students expect from you? So your description is just a few paragraphs, just you selling yourself to your students. So that's very important, because that's also another thing that your students are going to look at after your picture. They see your headline, and then they would like to obviously read more about you, and that's where they'll also make a decision in terms of whether they'll go with you as a tutor or not. So that's something that's very challenging about Preply, is that you need to find your own students. Unlike Tutor ABC, the students are already there for you. It's great, but here you need to put in the effort. After your description and your headline, you will now record a video. I know that for some people this may sound like a very daunting process, but it's not. Just turn on the camera, make sure you have a clean background, make sure you don't have any logos of certain companies at the back. dress decently, and just speak your truth. Just make sure also that your video has great lighting and you have a good background and you're very confident and very welcoming. And in fact, your video, when a person just looks at it for like a second or two, they should just know that, you know what, I'm definitely going with this tutor. That's how good your video should be. My video was rejected, the first one. I had to do another one, but you know, after submitting your video, now you have to wait for approval. It doesn't take long. It took 24 hours for me to get approval from Preply, and I was so excited. I was very, very happy that I got approval. And then after your approval, you know that you're in. Now the work begins. You need to get ready for your lessons and you need to get ready to meet your students. But before that, you need to set up your account so that you can receive payments. So we get paid through PayPal. I get paid through PayPal, and I think most South Africans do. And for you to get paid through PayPal, you need an FNB account. If you're from South Africa, you need an FNB account. It was the worst process ever because I didn't have any knowledge about this whole thing. So it was daunting, but just go to the bank, open an account with FNB, and then link it to your PayPal account, and that's how you'll be able to withdraw your money. After setting up your payment method, then you will get verified. Now this means that you are a verified tutor. Preply has checked your documents and you're ready to go. After that, you need to set your availability. When are you going to be available? Now, I know a lot of people, they try to attract so many students and they set 24 hours of availability. That can be very draining. That can be too much. But please make sure that when you set your availability, you set the time that you will be available at. Don't set 24 hours open here and then next thing you're not here, you're canceling or you're rescheduling. That is also going to affect how you get students. So for me, last year, that also affected my progress on Preply because I used to cancel some classes and things like that. And I think that's how some of my students, they just left me because I was not serious, I guess. I was canceling and we had load shedding in South Africa. And obviously, I think my price was a bit high. So after setting your availability, now this is the time to start getting students. Your students will start sending you messages and they'll book a trial lesson. Now, what you need to know is that a trial lesson is not paid for. Yes, the students pays, but you're not going to get paid for that. So you need to be ready for that as well. And after a trial lesson, a student can choose not to go with you. So after the trial lesson, the student is going to decide whether they're going to buy a package and they're going to continue with you or not. So make sure that for your first trial lesson, you prepare, you have your materials, and we use Preply Space. It's a very nice, easy space that to use. It's easy to navigate. It's not something difficult. And also you can use Zoom if you like. That's just about it, guys. And then you get ready, you start working. But don't be discouraged if you don't get students immediately. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. There are people who are charging $52 on Preply, and there are people who are charging as little as $2. I was charging $9 and I didn't get any students. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope that it was very informative and you are going to apply right about now. There's enough space for everybody. Just make sure that you are unique and you set your own terms. You do your own thing. You'll definitely get students. It's very interesting to teach on Preply. I am enjoying it. And that's the end of the video, guys. If you have any other questions about Preply, please leave me the questions in the comment section below. And don't forget to watch those ads. And that's about it, guys. See you in my next video.